Say hello, everyone. Hello. Goodbye. Okay. Home, property, family life, place of birth, the ground and underground, roots, mother and father. It's related to Cancer, it's related to moon, it's related to water. That's what the fourth house in astrology is related to. The fourth chakra is your heart chakra, your heart space. That's about love and compassion. Key message today, we have the Four of Cups, and we know that Cups energy is about our emotional self, it's about our intuitive self, it's about our memories, it's about our non-physical, our divine feminine. And today we are looking further into our emotional selves. We're looking further at our emotional foundations. We're looking at how do my emotional foundations, my emotional beliefs, my emotional reactions, how do they manifest currently in my world? Hello my lovelies, welcome to Key Wisdom Tarot. My name is Ruth, I'm your Reiki Master and Tarot Reader, and this, my darlings, is your daily pulse for Thursday the 16th of April 2020. Excuse me. We will start, of course, with the card at the base of our reading, which is the Ten of Pentacles, before moving on to our key message, what's facing us today, what's hidden from our conscious minds today, and also where our blessings lie. Okay, we start with Ten of Pentacles. So it's lovely to see Pentacles again, carrying on with the theme of, you know, security, carrying on with the theme of applying our energy to create and manifest our security. And in this instance with number 10, you remember me mentioning the number 10 the other day in our readings. Go back and look at the daily pulses, all of them in the playlist. I talked about this card as being a number of legacy. Pentacles energy is where we put our energy and effort in order to manifest security. That's what Pentacles energy represents. Number 10 is the abundant nature of that. So it's what's manifested. It's our manifested security. It's all the things in our lives that we see that bring us that security. And this is counting our blessings. This is being able to see them, being able to measure them, being able to count all those things around us, our homes and our families and our businesses and our work and our relationships, and our confidence and our love and all those things. We can count all those things, they're manifested for us. So we also have what is manifested though with the Ten of Pentacles is similar to the world that the Emperor lives in. So we build a world, we all put energy and effort into building the world that we see today, and people that lived and died many hundreds and hundreds of years ago lived and died and contributed to the world that is manifest before us now, you know, with regard to, you know, the structures of our society, with regard to, you know, our religious institutions, with regard to psychology, and with regard to logic and reason. All those things have influenced, you know, monarchy, everything. All those things have influenced all those lives that were lived many years ago. The energy that all those people put in has manifested the world that we see today before us. Also things that we have done as well, obviously. But this is echoed, that sentiment is echoed here in this energy of the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Cups. And that's because number 4, as you know, this is our third number 4 of the week, isn't it? So yesterday we had number 4, and today we've got another number 4, and I've already seen the 4 of Wands when I was shuffling. I don't know if it's here what you see. I've seen, but it might come up, but I've seen all 4 of the 4s. So, oh, and Tiny's here when I say 4. Hello, Tiny, come on then, you say hello. Wait. Oh, I got you, here he is, say hello then, say hello. You gotta say hello to everyone. Hello, goodbye. Okay, you lie down next to mummy then. Right, okay, so so you got to see my meditation area over there. Okay, so we have this energy of the 4, and we know, and I always tell you what number 4 represents, but I never show you. So let me show you. Do you know, I've got the 4th house, there we go. This is what the 4th house in astrology represents, okay? Home, property, family life, place of birth, the ground and underground, roots, mother and father. It's related to Cancer, it's related to moon, it's related to water. That's what the fourth house in astrology is related to. The fourth chakra is your heart chakra, your heart space. That's about love and compassion, hope and forgiveness. It's about your ability to love, give love, and to feel love, to accept love, to accept compassion. That's our openness, our genuine openness and our genuineness. That's all what's related to number 4, and that all stems and originates obviously from these things, from our mother and our father and our roots and our DNA. And this is why I talk about our DNA and our heritage, because all those things are indicated and looked after by the number 4 and embodied by the number 4. And so that also means structures. It also means, like I've said already, what is manifested. And with our key message today, we have the 4 of Cups, and we know that Cups energy is about our emotional self, it's about our intuitive self, it's about our memories, it's about our non-physical, our divine feminine. And so we are engaging with those structures today. Yesterday it was the Death card and it was the Emperor. And today we are looking further into our emotional selves. We're looking further at our emotional foundations. We're looking at how do my emotional foundations, my emotional beliefs, my emotional reactions, how do they manifest currently in my world? We're looking and asking and reflecting on things like this today. So again, it's a very reflective time when we are going through transformation. The other number 4 in the major arcana, number 13, the Death card. When we're going through those transformations, it's about confronting, as we said yesterday, it's about confronting and asking and talking, or Adam and our Eve talking, our divine masculine, which is our actions, everything we do externally, and our divine feminine, which is our wisdom and our understanding and everything we learn from what we do. It's about those two sides of ourselves talking with the number 4 really, and especially with the 4 of Cups here. So that's our key message, that we engage further with that today. This is helping us to transform, this is helping us to create a new us, it's helping us to manifest a new us, and it's helping us to see why my life is the way it is, like why my relationships have manifested the way that they have. Look, we're going further inside, aren't we, with the Hermit energy. So we're looking at long-standing, there's another 4 of Pentacles. We're looking at long-standing things with the Hermit. We're looking at long-standing things with the Ten of Pentacles. We're looking at long-standing things with the number 4. We're looking at behaviors and structures and attitudes and beliefs and ways of loving and ways of being that are now manifested in our world. And that type of engagement, it does ask us it asks us to be strong. It shows us that we are strong. It shows us that the cups that we hold, the things that we don't want to think about, even though we've got the memories of the 6 of Cups, the good things, the pleasure, the joy, and we can look at those and we can remember those with fondness. There's also parts of our experience and parts of our existence and parts of our stories, if you will, that we carry around with us and that we don't want to look at, we don't want to face. But what we've learned, what we realize when we do that, when we confront ourselves with the 2 of Cups, like we spoke about in yesterday's reading, is we have new energy coming in. We have new karmic structures and new karmic cycles and new karmic energies, as indicated by the number 8, the number of infinity, the number of karma, and also indicated by the karmic card of the tarot, the strength card. You know, similar to, you know, we've got the strength card is number 8, and we've got the star card is also number 8. That's number 17, number 1 and 7. And so we have these 2 energies. You know, the number 8s, they're about this insight or this foresight, but they're about moving in new directions, or moving further, or looking deeper, or digging deeper, you know, getting to the roots of things. You know, that's why we have karmic cycles. Karmic cycles are about our divine masculine, learning and meeting and knowing our divine feminine. So knowing our emotional self, understanding our wisdom, understanding our past learning. This is why we have emotional cycle. This is why we have karmic cycles, if you will. And this helps us to show us our strength. And so today, what's facing us today is always, always, always the opportunity, and definitely today the opportunity to see our strength in some way, to confront something maybe in some way, to recognize why things have manifested or why things are manifested in the way that they are in our lives currently today. We can examine those things, and by examining those things, by engaging with those type of questions, that is something that is strengthening our connection with our emotional self, our connection with our divine feminine, and also with the structures in our lives that currently, as they currently stand. Right, now let's have a look at what's hidden. Hidden from me and hidden from you. Excellent. So we've got the King of Wands, always a very supportive message in this what's hidden space, always a very supportive message, you know, really coming from the universe here, or God, or angels, whatever you want to call it. For us here now, we've got this King of Wands. So we've got the masculine energy, the confident, masculine, active energy of moving forward, of taking actions, of wanting to take actions, of wanting to move. And we've got the wand energy. So it's everything related to our second chakra, our sacral chakra, our ability to feel pleasure, our ability to feel joy, our power center, our ability to act, our ability to move is wand energy. It's a thing that literally animates us. It's the urge and the excitement and the trepidation and the nervousness, all those type of energies that we feel. That's the embodiment of the wand energy. And actually it's this that actually moves us. So today, where we're being moved, we're being pushed in these directions, aren't we, today, seemingly, to looking and to engaging with our emotional self and our emotional foundations. And it seems to be what is manifested. What have my emotional responses manifested? How have my emotional structures, emotional wounds, emotional perspective, how does that actually physically manifest itself in my world? That's the type of thing that we're looking at today. That's the type of thing. Look, we've got two fire energies here. That's the type of direction that we're going in today. We're being pushed, or we're moving in that direction. And it's something that we can feel confident, because even if consciously in your mind, we've got no sword energy here, even if consciously in your mind you do not understand why you're thinking about these things, or why you're feeling the way that you're feeling today, even if you do not consciously understand that, what you actually still feel is the urge to go in that direction. You still feel pulled in that direction. You still feel like you want to look at these things. You want to, yes, count your blessings, and also how you feel about your blessings. How reflect on how you feel about the things that you have, how you feel about your possessions, your wealth, or your security or status. How do you feel about those things today? So it's all these type of questions that, even if, you know, even if it is emotional, you know, it may not be, really just depends how everyone individually is and how we all handle it. But even if it is emotional, we're still being pulled in that direction, and we're still going in that direction. We're still actively going in that direction today, which is really beautiful to see. So finally then, let's have a look at our blessing. What is our blessing for today? We've got the Empress energy. What a lovely energy to end our story with today. Our story for Thursday today. We've got the Empress here. We've got number 3, and we seem to be getting a lot of number 3s in these readings. And I tell you about that they're expansive, and I tell you that they're related to your power center, your self-confidence, your self-esteem, your ability to manifest, what you can do, what you feel you can do, your ability to be authentic, your ability to be you in the world, your comfort level in the world. You know, this is what this energy represents. All this, you know, the Empress, the divine feminine. We have divine masculine, divine feminine. You know, we have balance here today. So we're acting and we're moving, and we're also still, and we're reflecting. We are, as I said, counting our blessings. And this is also what the Empress does, is appreciation of all the gains, of all the effort, of all the work, of all the energy, of all the nurturing, of all the time that we spend in building ourselves, in making ourselves feel confident, in making our families feel loved, in making our friends feel valued, in making our partners feel cherished, in all the time, in all those, in this energy as the Empress, we recognize the value of that. We recognize the value of compassion. We recognize the value of self-care also, as well as care for others. But we recognize that with time, love grows. With time, we harvest. With time, we grow. With time, we can move forward and reap, gather. You know, this is what it feels like. It's this energy today of recognizing that in time, you know, this is the time, you know, this is a time of us being reflective, of us being self-reflective. And it's as if, you know, today we are spending that time and that moment recognizing that, you know, I might not have everything that, you know, the richest man or the richest woman in the world has, but, you know, everything that is around me, you know, we worked for this, you know, it was time, it was energy, it was effort, it was blood, sweat, and it was tears, and it still is ours. And even though I was afraid, or even though I didn't believe in myself, or even though I doubt myself, even though I question if I'm good enough at times, let me look at everything I have, you know, look at what I do have around me, you know. And that is, you know, that's the same for you, whether you're, you know, happily married and you've got children and you've got a full life and a job and a business and all that type of thing, you've got all this wealth. Or it's definitely goes for someone like me as well, who, you know, I'm here in my little house with my little doggy who's just sleeping by my feet here, and, you know, speaking to you guys. And, you know, I have got a lot to be appreciative for and to be thankful for. And really today it's as if I say that a lot, you know, we're engaging with this, we're engaging with that. And it might sound repetitive, but, you know, that's the truth of what I've learned, you know, in my, you know, how many years now? 6, 7 years, 8 years of working, of meditating, of mindfulness meditation, Reiki Tarot. You know, what it's taught me is that is what it's about. It's about looking at it, facing it, talking about it, writing about it, thinking about it, meditating with it, talking to my dog about it, you know, reflecting, engaging. That's what helps us to grow and to expand, which is also what number 3 is about. It's also about opening up our path and moving forward, and again having new experiences. Again, when we have this enlightenment where we think, oh my gosh, yeah, even though I don't have all the wealth of the Obamas. I've just watched a video about the Obama, actually, from Barack on Instagram, and that's why his name came to my head, I think. Anyway, even though we don't have the money or the security or that of the Obamas, for example, you know, I still have things to be thankful for. And that knowledge, that nugget of wisdom that you glean from today, that you sort of absorb, or that you realize or recognize these blessings that you count today, what it does help you to do is stop focusing on the things that we don't have, the things that the things that we haven't got, the things that we didn't achieve, the things that we failed on, because we still have all these things. And knowing that, that's what opens your path. If you see, you can stop worrying about that, you release that, you transform that. Number 4, death, transformation. You transform from that part of yourself, and you move forward in the knowledge that, remember Emperor, number 4 next, divine masculine. You move forward in the knowledge that I might not have all that, but I've got this, and this is something to be thankful for. Okay, now let me move forward. Like, what else can I do? What else can I see? What else can I don't have to worry about that anymore. I've released that, the things that I don't have. So now let me see what else I can, and that's how we move forward. That's how we expand with the number 3. We apply our energies. We notice where we have applied our energies. We notice the results of that, and we adjust and shift our actions in order to get different outcomes. This is how we manifest. Remember, we talked about this the other day. But this is where we're going today, and this is a blessing today. That message of appreciation, of counting our blessing, and of counting our blessings. Okay, my darlings, it's looking like a beautiful day. I hope you enjoy your Thursday, my darlings, my dears. I will, I'm sure, and it looks like a beautiful day for us all. So continue to work, continue to engage, and continue to grow. You know, continue to expand and continue to heal, because that's what you're doing. You know, you're helping to heal yourself. You're helping to raise your vibration, but also those people around you who don't like Key Wisdom Tarot or any tarot videos. But just by what you're doing, by what you're noticing, that means that you're shifting and you're changing. Your actions are shifting, your actions are changing, and the people around you will notice that, and that in turn will affect how they respond to you, and it affects how they behave and react. And this again is how we expand and how we grow. That's an example of the Three of Pentacles. Okay, my darlings, have a wonderful Thursday. I will see you all again on Friday with your brand new daily pulse. Take care, my darlings. Bye.